Hey everyone, I received a question on Instagram in regards to how I went about making these stems on my little pumpkin guys. So here's a quick little tutorial. It's kind of a medium to advanced level, but I'll try and make it simple enough to follow along. So the first thing you want to do is to append a primitive. I'm using a cylinder for this because it is as close to a stem as I can make it. Get it kind of into the rough shape you need, and then with these I like to retopologize because the cylinder topology is kind of a mess. So after I retopologize it, the next thing you want to do is to go up to your transform menu and activate symmetry, radial symmetry, and then use the y-axis in this situation. And this will give you 8 little points that you can work along the stem that will all be symmetrical. So you can go in and add some fluting, and that doesn't look too bad. Maybe you can do a little bit better though. Yeah, it doesn't need to be perfect. It can look kind of crappy. It's just a quick little thing. Maybe flare out the bottom a bit with the move brush, and that, maybe a little bit more. The top where it breaks off. Yeah, that's not too bad. Okay, and that's basic shape we need. In the old days, you'd have to use something like the snake hook brush that doesn't look so great, or masking areas off and then blurring the mask and rotating little bit by little bit, which is tedious and doesn't look great. But these days we do have spline deformers. Now in order to use these you cannot have subdivision levels, so you want to delete your lower subdivs. You can reconstruct those later, it's not the end of the world. And then go to the gizmo, click on the little gear, and bend curve, which is one of my favorite brushes. I use this on every project, and this will just give you 3 little spline dots that you can deform your model with and to get some really elegant curves and shapes. And if you want, you can add more spline points if you really want to go crazy and create some kind of weird shapes. It does tend to mess up the mesh a little bit, so you don't want to go too crazy, and this doesn't look good. Let's undo that and do something a little bit better. So just pull this out, pull that out, and you can actually change the size of these as well. So you can scale down a point size to get kind of a nice taper on the ends here. Doesn't look too bad. Yeah, that'll do. Accept it, and there you've got a bent little stem. Now you can go in and carve in more details or add poly paint or do anything to your heart's content, but that is pretty much the basics of it. So yeah, bend curve, a super useful tool within Zbrush. Cheers everyone.